So I was showing in the last tutorial how you can actually change the overlay or the mode for that entire group. Typically it's set to the very first one, which is pass through, which means use whatever styles that we've got set on each individual layer. But you can kind of override that and see what different results that you come up with. Now it is still compositing all the stuff together, and of course if my mask was a little bit more accurate this would look better. But it's pretty cool what you can do with this type of technology. Now in this tutorial we're also going to look at how we can add some other things to this, such as maybe add some elements of brush strokes and things. So I'm going to go to the brushes here and go to the brush tool, and what I want to open up is the brush panel, brush presets here, and we can take a look at the different brushes that exist here. And there are a lot of different brushes, and you'll see that we've got some artistic brushes and some others that have kind of like texture to them. And we can even load other brushes like natural brushes, faux finish brushes, and these are pretty cool because they give us some really cool special effects. So I'm going to append those, which means add them to the bottom there. So here's some special effects brushes. To use these, let's create a new layer, put it above the existing group, and now you can see that I can actually start to draw with it using whatever color that I want. Right now I'm drawing flowers, it looks like. With this one, looks like I've got flowers there as well. So there are a lot of different things with this brush, and you can just keep on holding down if you want. And we're adding a lot of texture to this file. But what we want to use is blending modes to kind of blend this into our image somehow. And so this is why you have to kind of choose what color that you want to use with the brush, and what blending mode to get the desired results that you want. So you can see I'm kind of doing purple colors there, but I could do green. This may look terrible, but it kind of works with the linear dodge effect. Of course, whatever color blending mode we use will definitely change the way that this looks. So when it comes to other brushes, you can find brushes all over the place. Free Photoshop brushes. And you'll find tons of free brushes. The very first website I go to probably has some free brushes on it. See if I can find another one that goes quicker. So here's floral corners. Here's crystal brushes. So I'm going to see if I can download a brush. There is downloading the brush. It's probably underneath here. So I'm going to show that in the folder. There's the brushes. There's the APR file. I'm going to drag that to my desktop so that I can load it into Photoshop. So I'll go back to Photoshop, do load brushes, click on my desktop. There's the crystal brushes. Now it's loaded into Photoshop and added so that I can now draw with those crystal brushes. I'm going to go ahead and clear that file. I can draw with that crystal brush in Photoshop, which is pretty darn cool. I can choose which brush I want to use, and of course I might need to make new layers when I want to be able to use just that brush. And sometimes it's going to be important that you do something and then maybe change the scale of it afterwards or rotate it afterwards. And if you want to scale it when you draw, you can actually change the scale with the brush here as well, with the preset. So there are hundreds of fun brushes out there. What I would suggest is that you go out and see what brushes are available to you. If you look on the Stu Data drive, under DME Courses, Resources, actually it's in here. It's under your class. 115 Video Tutorials, Photoshop Tutorials. You'll find under Photoshop brushes, you'll find some links to other brushes and some files that you can try playing around with brushes yourself. And so I'd really like to see you incorporate brushes into your designs for your desktops. And of course use masks and other smart technologies as well. And when you're done, save your work. Thanks.